So we are going to increase the dividend for Investing Accelerator from 12% to 20% a year. So welcome to November 2024 monthly investor update for Investing Accelerator. So I have a couple of exciting things to talk to you about. And the first one is the dividend. So previously, our target is to issue a 12% dividend. And business has been growing very well, and the portfolio is also growing as well. The AI investing strategy is working. So going forward, after this month, our target is 20.5% dividend per year. So that will be 1.7% a month. So all the existing shareholders and the new coming ones will get the higher dividend. Now, when you compare that return to the overall market, S&P 500, 12% a year. The top 50 hedge funds on average gets you 15% after net of fees. Getting 20% from Investing Accelerator after all the fees, this is a cash dividend. It's a very attractive option. For this month, the tuition sign-on is $72,000, and the annualized revenue, if we continue at this pace, is $850,000. We should be able to reach $1 million in revenue in 2025, which is around $83,000 a month by early 2025. And our goal is to get to $2 million revenue in 2025, which is $165,000 a month. So with the current amount of capital I've raised so far, this goal is quite achievable. Looking at the current month, we have gotten a revenue increase of 150%. And for next year, we want to essentially double that, 100%. So we're definitely growing quickly. So the AI investing strategy, where we use AI to get in and out of the market, and this is also the foundational strategy for the upcoming hedge fund and mutual fund we'll create, made 40% year to date. And it started since September 1st. So it is providing very good results during the bull market. And the long-term average for this strategy is around 20 to 30%. So that's where I expect it to range between. And during this period, we are performing quite well. 3 months, 40%. So I think that is pretty decent. So in terms of fundraising, we received another $175,000 from investors. And to date, we have raised over $600,000. And in January, another investor is going to put in $150,000, and we have more investors in the pipeline. Personally, I'm looking to commit another $200,000 to $400,000 early 2025. That's my goal. So we should be able to hit the 1 million fundraising target within the next couple of months. And this will unlock a significant milestone for us, because then we can work with investment bankers to raise more capital, basically to launch the first mutual fund / hedge fund. So in terms of fundraising with investment bankers, previously because of the election, I told them to just wait to start in January. So the first investment banker I'm working with will start in January to March, and we'll assess how the fundraising results is going, whether there's any investors in their network that will be interested in a 20.5% dividend as well. In terms of the fund I'm looking to set up, the first one I want to set up is an RRSP and TFSA registered mutual fund trust in Canada. So basically, we'll be using the AI investing strategy and offering a target of 20% return net of all fees to investors. So I think that will be a very attractive option, especially within the limits of an RRSP TFSA retirement account where you cannot use margin. And going forward, for the US investors, I'll look to set up the US private fund in 2026. For the Canadian fund, my goal is to raise $50 million. And for the US fund, my goal is to raise $50 to $100 million as well. And for the US fund, there is an additional limitation, which is 100 investors. So then for that, I can accept initially 20, 30 accredited investor into the fund. But then later on, we'll have to target institutional investors once we have a stronger track record. So that is really where we're heading, and each of the pieces are falling into place. And the foundation is really the online education program, Investing Accelerator. Building on top of that, the AI investing strategy, and then afterwards, the mutual fund in Canada, and then also the hedge fund in the US. So that is the plan. And if you're interested in being one of the early investor, or if you know anyone who's interested in investing, you can let me know. And I'll see you in next month's updates.